Welcome back to the second part of this online registration. So I am going to be taking you through now what we call the payment process. So we are essentially going to be dealing with this area where we have put in here our details for the credit card as well as the debit order details. So to start off things, I'm just going to do a run over of what I've been capturing. I've got the student details on the top. I've got as well the subjects and the amounts of the subjects that are this side. Please note I've gone into my testing stage, which is not going to be affecting any payments that are actually on the live system. So this is a training. This link that I'm using now is only for training purposes. All right. So what I do, the next part is I will click on payment via the credit card or the debit order. Please note there is no big difference because the system does allow for you guys to make payments via debit card or via credit cards. It's essentially the same. All right. So once you click on that, what happens is the following. The system will take you through to another page. We call this one here the pay you merchant page. All right. So what you need to select is the following. If you're going to be paying by card, you need to select obviously card. Obviously, most cards are going to be Visa or they're going to be MasterCards. However, if you do have a pay you wallet already, you can use that pay you wallet to make your payments. So for us now, what we want to do, we want to use the card option. Once you select the card option, you will have that following view. All right. The system will require a card number, a card holder's name, as well as the expiry month and the expiry year. All right. So, and then from then, it will also show you how much you are actually paying for at the current moment. All of these ones, they are going to be mandatory details. So this is a test platform, as I said, please remember that. So what I'll do now, I will go to my cards that I used or the card details that I'm going to use for testing purposes. All right. So, and then I come back to the staging platform and then I would put in here my card details. Then I am going to put in now my name. Once I do that, I have to select the expiry date and year of my particular card that I'm using at the current moment. Okay. So from then, you would now need to put in there what we call a CVV number. This number is essentially the three numbers that are found at the back of your card. All right. And these will be usually the last numbers that will be after your, they're usually written right at the back of your card. All right. So in my initial instance, I am going to put those numbers just for testing purposes. All right. So there's a couple of things I need for us to explain before we move ahead with this particular training now. All right. So from here, if we are dealing with the live environment, your card as well as your bank, they would have accepted you for online banking. So which means by the time that I click on pay, all right, it will show me whether my transaction was successful or unsuccessful. But before that, there is a process that happens in between. The process that happens in between is the following. The system will ask you for a one-time PIN, OTP number. The one-time PIN is a number that is essentially sent from your bank to your SMS because your bank knows your details, and this is done so that we can stop fraud and fraudulent activities that are happening online. So nothing will happen without your consent. The system won't take any payments unless you put in that OTP number. Once you have put in that OTP number, then it will come back and show you that your transaction has been successful or has not been successful. If you are not successful, you should know the reason why you're not successful and so on. And then it will bring you back to this page to show you that you have now completed the payment part. Now it wants you now to go to the next part, where now you are now required to do the following. You are now asked to provide a copy of your ID, previous qualifications, student permit if necessary. These obviously documents, they have to be certified documents. Please take note. I have written here a note that the original documents or the copies, they need to be certified. So we would need your certified documents as well as your proof of payment. So now we have just come from the payment part. We don't need to worry about the proof of payment. So now we are moving to the copy of ID and the previous qualifications. So we click on upload supporting documents. Once you click on upload supporting documents, that little page comes out where you now have to put in there your copy of your ID, your previous qualifications, because this is what is required. All right. So what I will now do, I will now go here and attach my ID copy, attach my previous qualifications. If I'm happy with that, I click on upload. Okay. Once I click on upload, it is now going to take those details, link them to my student profile, and link everything together so that it can show that's exactly what I have done. So from here, you scroll all the way to the bottom. You go to where it says confirmation because you have finished uploading the supporting documents. All right. So what you now do, once you click on that, you scroll down again. It will now show you the documents that you have just uploaded. There is my supporting document for previous qualification. There is my supporting document for ID copy. So I've actually attached my previous qualifications twice, as well as my ID copy. I've actually done them twice. All right. So please note that it's also case sensitive. If you click on next, next, or save, save, it will actually upload twice. All right. So once you are happy with that, the next process you just need to come and click on complete enrollment. Once you click on complete enrollment, what we are now dealing with is obviously something else that I'm going to show you. It is going to show you that your enrollment has been received, is being processed. That's number one. Number two, I've now brought up this screen in red. As you can see, there's a red car there. That is a screenshot of my cell phone. So if I go to that cell phone, after I've finished this particular process, the first thing that needs to happen is it needs to send an SMS to my particular phone number that I'm using at the current moment.